Welcome to Off-Grid Path Homes, and today I'm going to be giving you a tour of Jake's Place, which is part of The Break. The Break is the brainchild of Nick and Dolly Carey, who, Nick being a maker and writer and Dolly being an artist, is very much reminiscent of Lloyd Kahn's half-acre homestead, with various outbuildings from workshops, studios to cabins to their own home, including veg patches and all sorts of things going on. Jake's Place is actually an annex to Nick and Dolly's house. It's cladded in larch and really settles into that kind of break environment, very much using natural materials, but also, and you'll see as we take a tour inside the house, it really brings out the creative charm and the creative vision of Nick and Dolly, who have sourced materials from various means, from their travels to going to various auctions and salvaging things, and it's very much an upcycled creative studio, almost an extension of their minds that they've really put their heart and soul into. So as you walk into Jake's Place, you've got the kitchen, lounge, dining area, and it's a really nice open plan, very light and airy space. The windows really complement the view outside and bring in a lot of light, so you really get a nice sense of being inside but that kind of outside living feel. Straight away you get a sense of the care and attention and creative flair that's gone into this build, and certainly the aesthetic decor of the place. What I love about this cabin is that there's nothing normal about it. It's very quirky. From the layout, which is just not your normal house layout, to the way everything has been curated in terms of aesthetic design, but it really pairs well with practical living. So Nick and Dolly have really thought about what is needed in a place, and this can hold up to 4 people and potentially more if needed. But there's a practical element to this place in terms of what you need to function in a home, but also they weren't scared of making it their own and really putting their own fingerprint on how it is going to look and feel when you walk in. So as you walk from the lounge, kitchen, dining room, you almost enter into another entirely different space, which they would call the bunk room. Again, part of the quirkiness of this is the kind of Gothic frame window which they use to partition the 2 rooms. And the bunk room is very much a darker room, quite cozy, and has a really nice warm feeling. Also, again, carrying on this element of using really unique pieces and incorporating those into the build. So instead of using a normal ladder, they found a bit of wood and turned that into a ladder, which is just a really nice stamp and alternative way of using materials for a practical use. You'll notice that there is an open bath, and that works really well. It's again not a normal thing to have. Usually we separate bathrooms and things like that. It does have a separate shower and toilet, but just very nice to have an open bath. Step down on a level which kind of rounds off the room. Again, not your normal room whatsoever, but there's nothing about Jake's Place which is normal, which gives it its real pull, in my opinion. And from there we head down a very brightly coloured corridor into the bedroom, and there's a double bed in the bedroom and a really beautiful mural painted by Dolly which rounds off the bedroom. And it's not just the inside of the cabin which captures your creative imagination. The outside of the cabin and the garden and the grounds of the break are fantastic. The garden specifically to Jake's Place is beautiful, with a lovely sitting area at the end of it, looking out over the far-reaching views of the Devon hills and then the English Channel beyond. And for me, one of the highlights of this is the purpose-built sauna. You know, saunas don't need an explanation. They're a fantastic way of being able to relax and unwind, especially in the evenings under a starry sky. But they also have a wood-fired hot tub as well, which really rounds off this whole accommodation option, turning it into almost a retreat, especially a creative treat if you're an artist or want to kind of really tap into those creative juices. For those of you that are interested, just check out the link in the description below, which will take you to the booking page, because you can actually stay in Jake's Place and also Jackson's cabin at the break. So the link in the description below will take you to there, and you can find out all the information you need to book a stay and unlock your creative side and have a bit of a retreat. If you do have any questions at all, just pop them in the comments below, and hope to see you back here again at Off Grid Path. Cheers.